right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A nice run on first down gets him 6 yards to the 31. Well, this defense for the Browns in the season opening victory.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Lance to throw it. A bullet throw, but incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Wishnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line. Drive about to get started. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Second and 5 at their 48-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. After the run, Newton going to throw. And that is incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big...
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused, because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
The last last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Newton. Going out wide, finds Chubb. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling, held it to an okay gain.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Newton. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Mostert. Broken tackle.
Wrap up.
Still moving. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lance looking to throw it. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there. And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Now a play fake. Lance. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A lane there to run as Mostert able to get about 7 there on 1st down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
2nd down, here's Mostert again. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the 1st down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Play action. Now it's Lance. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. This has been a long drive. You know that defense, they're craving to get off the field. They were able to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
Yeah, and on the offensive side of the ledger, they were thinking about how do we punctuate this drive with 6, right? Making an exclamation point. Instead, you got to put a question mark next to this drive now after the fumble, even though they recovered it. I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. On play action, Lance. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
The 49ers are going to turn over the special teams crew. The field goal unit is out there now. This from 54 yards away. And Zerline's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that not only did he say that, but he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in. Right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Newton. Drops it off for Chubb. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a nice job defensively to make sure everyone was accounted for, because ordinarily you pick up the guys downfield and sometimes you forget about the running back. In this case, they did not and dropped him for no gain.
To throw is Newton. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Niners will go on offense 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. To throw again on 2nd down. Lance firing quickly here, and that's complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Two minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. Coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot. That pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Throwing after the interception. Lance eluding the pressure right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold him.
Lance going to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Faking to give to Mostert. Now Lance. Flush to his right. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. his second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first, and it's second down. First throw now for the backup lock. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. For Drew Lock coming out of Missouri, the one thing that scouts they loved was his arm strength, and we see why there.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the receiver streaking downfield, and you know everyone was thinking, throw it, he's open. What a connection there for the touchdown.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosazon to kick it away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position. Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific, it's not a great starting field position as well. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. Rolling to his right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down. 1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. No gain on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 10. Lance now to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. This one caught by Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the 49ers get a late score here, the final minute of the first half. And now this is right in Kyle Shanahan's wheelhouse. He'll go for 2 here. That's caught. And he's going to get in for the 2 points, and that'll make this a 10-point game. And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works. Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Browns drive about to get started. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Just beating the play clock is Newton. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
And that's caught at the 2. And he will get into the end zone, but there is a flag down. This one may be coming back. Usually see those guys out wide get called for holding on running plays. Here, a passing play.
Yeah, sometimes when you get this quick screen, bubble screen, anything where they're having to block for their fellow receiver, usually at the point of attack, and this time he got caught.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal.
21, 49ers 18.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. He's got a first down past the 30, and finally brought down at the 34-yard line. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're down on the scoreboard. Sort of a sloppy first half. And Coach Davis, if you were in the locker room, what would the message have been?
I think I'd have to go with something you don't ordinarily go with in the NFL. That's all fire and brimstone. You've got to fire these guys up. Make them understand what's going on out there. They were so sloppy in the first half. Too many turnovers. Tighten things up. Maybe get in their face a little bit. Get in their grill. And then send them back out.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big play that time on the catch and run. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They hand it off to Mostert. Broke through some contacts, but unable to reach the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So pass interference the call, and that does not look to be going over too well on the defensive side.
Or on their sideline, because I believe their head coach is saying right now, hey, you've got to call that both ways.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Lance. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds.
And that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. And that will make this a 4-point game.
Browns 21.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The pickup of 3 brings up 2nd and 7 at the 25-yard line.
57, Mike 57. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. 57's Mike. Mike 57. Let's go, defense.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Locke dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping.
Locke going to throw. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll run for it. Chubb. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look at each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
The The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. A run for Nick Chubb, and he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle, feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now Locke. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a give to Mostert running right. 2 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lance. And, he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
I know that interception was dropped, and it would have been their 3rd of the game. And I will guarantee you, in the huddle, on the bench, all the defensive guys have been talking about is, we've got this guy right where we want him. Who's going to get the next one? It almost becomes a challenge, and they missed a golden opportunity.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. On 2nd and goal, they'll give it to him again. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action.
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Trey Lance, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the 49ers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Zerline now for the PAT. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Niners 32, Browns 21. Mitch Wisnowski to kick off for San Francisco.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From the 6. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on second down. Lock. They set up the screen to Chubb. Chubb will have the first down and much more. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. I think you'd have to say Nick Chubb, pound for pound, one of the most powerful runners in the NFL. He proved it there. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. From midfield, here's Locke. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Anthony Schwartz, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Here we go. The Browns will go for two. Locke going to try and throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets him back within a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each inning in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
My cop-out answer would be somewhere in the middle. I think it's going to be a fine line, is it not?
I think you're exactly right, but I do think if they can stay aggressive and keep them on their heels, they'll be best served that way.
First down, 49ers.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 86 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And the 49er first down.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 47. They'll run right side with Mostert. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Behind the chains, 2nd and 13. And now they'll throw with Lance. And this one is incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Niners on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is going to be 3rd and 13. midfield, here's Lance. And able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the 49ers use the big play to extend their fourth quarter lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Makes the score Niners 39, Browns 29.
Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now a hit and a loose football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Niners are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Here is Wishnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Flushed out right. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. He's got a man, complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. On 1st down, Locke. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Locke. He completes it to Beckham. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Rosas good with the extra point, and the lead is trimmed down to 10.
46, Browns 36.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. If they can score here, they have a chance to make this a 3-possession game and all but put things to bed. On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Second down, here's Mostert again. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. The Niners on third down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Lance. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Niners first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
First down, San Francisco.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Play action, now it's Lance. Dancing to his left. Oh, he'll try and throw it deep to the other side of the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off around the 27. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Well, in all likelihood, this ball game's still over. I mean, even with the interception, 2-score game, they need a miracle.
Curious decision to even throw the ball in that situation, but maybe they saw a stacked line of scrimmage and said, hey, it's better to try and throw than to try and run against it. In any event, I think you're exactly right. Now, the other team can pad their stats, but I don't think they're going to win.
Yeah, but still, don't change the channel just yet. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, this defense has had its share of struggles all game long, and they know that they can put it all behind them if they defend well here in the 2-minute drill. Excellent coverage right there to force the incompletion.
Now Locke. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. Locke. Being chased out left. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his third interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that, being a safety.
And that is caught at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, 43 yards. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Zerline good with a PAT. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Browns 36.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they